Yep. Let's go over to Told You So team. And I only put one team down because I was the only person that had any bit of hope for them, and it's the team the Dolphins played on Monday night. I'm going with the Titans. I said that they are going to be that they were going to somehow make their way into the playoffs. Their backs against the wall. I think that is when they are the most comfortable. I think that's just the mentality that Mike Vrabel has. And I don't know if you guys watched the Manning cast, but Taylor Lewan and Will Compton talking about Mike Vrabel in meetings was absolutely hilarious. And that's where they thrive. Down bad, back against the wall. Everybody's written them off. They're down 2 scores with 4 minutes to go after 2 very ugly, a muffed punt and a botched option pitch. And what do? They come back and go steal a win against the number 1 team in the AFC. They may have found the franchise guy in Will Levis. That was a spot too where it seems like a lot of teams, the Titans, in weeks past, they would have just laid down and died. But to their credit, they found a way, dug deep, moved the ball, got themselves into position, got a quick score, got the 2-point conversion. The defense got a stop, got the ball back, and then prevent again. Will Levis finally seemed to be finding developing that connection with DeAndre Hopkins, something other than Derrick Henry on that offense. And right now, Tennessee, it's a bit of a long shot still. I'm not saying they're going to be making the playoffs, but after 2 straight wins, they're still hanging around a division that nobody seems to want to win after the Texans lost to the Jets. Jags lost to the Browns. Who's the 4th team in their division?
Indy lost to the Bengals.
To a backup quarterback. They 3 of their 4 games left are in the division. So they can win out. They could find themselves back in the playoffs. And with this last month, I don't know if there's another coach that I would rather have in my corner than Mike Vrabel, because they're going to be playing hard. He's definitely going to be in their ear saying, "Hey guys, we went out, we take care of business. We're going to win the South. We're going to be hosting a playoff game."
I'm kind of sticking in the NFC North, and I roasted them a little bit already, but the Lions. People forget they had to slap a 1st-round pick just to get rid of Goff. Like, as great as he's been with the Lions, he's starting to kind of look like the Jared Goff that played for the Rams at the end of his tenure there. A lot of turnovers. On top of that, the Lions don't have a ton of outside options outside of Amon-Ra St. Brown. I mean, not Lachey. Laporta's good, but they have no one opposite Brown. Like, there's no one. The Jameson Williams has been an absolute bust so far. Supposed to be some speedster deep.
If he can catch the ball consistently,
yeah,
he's shown a few flashes, but he can't catch the ball.
He can't consistently.
He's like Kadarius Toney.
No offense, Reynolds doesn't scare anyone. Like, he's an old 6'4" bodied guy that can't move very well. And Khalif Raymond, no one's scared of him either. Like, they're gonna have to run for 200 or more a game going forward if they're gonna win. Like, their passing game's not good enough. And their defense is even starting to leak a little bit now, too. Like, I don't like their chances of making the playoffs at this point.
Boy, Ethan, your point, if Laporta doesn't go for 80-plus and they don't rush for 175, they have a hard time losing games.
Yeah, they are screwed.
And, their defense can't stop a nosebleed.
Oh. Not a damn chance.
Yeah. It's such a shame this year. This is such Minnesota luck that Kirk would get injured in Green Bay, because had he not, the Chicago game and the Denver game, the Vikings win, and they're sitting there at 8-4, and they are ready to pounce to win this division.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Also, we're about to have some anarchy in college basketball tonight.
Oh yeah, what's going on?
Northwestern's about to lose to Chicago State. That's 70-69 with 16 seconds left.
Didn't they just beat Purdue?
They just beat Purdue, and there was an interesting tweet I saw earlier today. It said, bet against Northwestern, because the last 17 times they have been ranked in the top 25, they've lost the next game.
Classic Northwestern.
17.
Gee. That school's just cursed.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. They can't have nice things.
No, they cannot. And wow, the fact that we're looking at this review is terrible. This big white guy's hand for Northwestern's about a foot higher than anyone else, and they're looking at it like, did the Chicago State touch it? As if Chicago State has a white guy on the team.
That's a surprise. That Big Ten officiating at its finest right there.
Oh, isn't it just great?
You know, it's crazy this year. The NFL has become one step closer to Big Ten officiating with how awful it is.
Oh, it's been bad.
It's getting close.
It
is getting close. But you know, I told you so team. You know, guys, I said earlier with Joe Flacco, it's the year of the backup quarterback. Well, we're going to stay in the state of Ohio, and we're going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals. Because it looked like Joe Burrow was playing football out there on Sunday with how Jake Browning was spinning it. I think he only completed like 18 passes, but of those, he averaged 11.5 yards per attempt.
Not bad.
With 2 touchdowns. That's awesome. You're going to win a lot of games in this league when you're averaging 11.5 yards an attempt with the Bengals, and more importantly, they got Joe Mixon involved. I was saying earlier this year when they got going, Mixon needed 20 plus touches a game. Well, he had 24 on Sunday, and you scored 34 points. So, hey, Zach Taylor, here's an idea: get Joe Mixon the football. Good things happen.
Hey, Nick Sirianni, listen to that too.
Yes. So, coaches in the NFL, listen to us.
No,
Get
Nick,
your running
don't
backs
listen
going.
to that. Don't listen to that, Nick.
Yes.
We're a dumb podcast. You don't need to listen to us. Tell us we're stupid. Keep throwing the ball as much as you can. But the other thing with the Bengals too is that we talked about getting Joe Mixon involved. Chase Brown, the rookie out of Illinois, finally looks healthy, and he has been a tremendous asset. He had that big screen run.
Yeah.
Finally healthy, and you know that's a nice 1-2 punch here, and going to take a lot of pressure off Jake Browning, who we shouldn't be surprised by his success. The guy has played a lot of football. He was probably a 3 or 4 year starter in high school. Started all 4 years at Washington, so he's a seasoned vet. He's a very smart quarterback. He's gonna get you in the right play. He's not gonna do anything to lose the game. But great choice by the Bengals, and they're still hanging around.
They're hanging around. They're one of them 7-6 teams in the AFC. And, you know, they got down the stretch, boy, they got a big schedule. Who is it this weekend? It's the Vikings. And then I think it's the Steelers, the Chiefs, and the Browns. So it's a big month in December there in Cincinnati, but they looked great. And their offensive line gave up 0 sacks on Sunday, and the defense had 3. This is the team that I thought would be in Cincinnati all year, and that's why I thought Joe Burrow would be the MVP. And when he could run for 3 weeks this year, boy, he probably, if he could have done that over 17 games, I think I would have been right 2 years in a row. But yeah, no, credit to the Cincinnati Bengals. They looked great, and they're going to be hanging around. And, you know, I wouldn't want to play these guys the last 4 weeks of the regular season because I think they might be getting this thing figured out.